Hello, crypto world. Welcome to Roller Coaster Friday because of the jobs numbers. Remarkable. Numbers come out worse than was expected. Stock market spikes up because it means more interest rate cuts. And then the stock market, as it goes up, turns around and turns red. The NASDAQ, tech-heavy NASDAQ, was up over 1%. It's now down a half of 1%. But when you look at the interest rate market, rates have dropped and stayed down. Look at this. The 10 years at 4.07. It was 4.30 5 days ago. And unsurprisingly, with interest rates dropping, look at the dollar, down significantly. This number now confirms the probability of a rate cut in September, over 85%. And now, the next month, October, they now have a 70% chance that they'll cut after they cut in September. And then in December, it's 64% that they're going to cut. So its market is building in the notion in the futures market of 3 rate cuts this year. But remember, November, they don't do anything. So this month of September, October, and then December, the markets are leaning towards the notion there'll be 3 cuts. Now, when we jump over to crypto, yes, we are primarily in Greenland, but nowhere near the magnitude we were when the number came out. Now look at this remarkable move. Going into the number, Bitcoin rallies, it backs off a little bit, not significantly, and it gets as high after the number comes out as 113,700. Remarkable. And then afterwards, after this initial response, look at the sell-off. It's trading now 110,750. Literally dropped $3,000 after the initial response. Bottom line, when the number came out, interest rates dropped and they're still down. The dollar dropped and it's still down. However, in the equity market, the market rallied significantly as one would expect, and then boom, it went negative. And I think it's an example of selling the news. And then when we jump over to crypto, we got a problem. And the problem is the magnitude we're up is very little. And when it rallied initially, I said, okay, the crypto market is acting appropriately because it hadn't built in any cut. Here you go. This is really a mild response in crypto when we have interest rates down and we have a huge sell-off in the dollar. But it can be that crypto is just following the equity market and the tech stocks, which are basically all negative now. But let's see how the day plays out, because when you have a big spike up and then a big sell-off, it's very possible that you have a rally back up and it's not so dramatic. But we are up in crypto land, though nowhere near the way we were earlier in the day right after the number. And I don't want to see crypto go negative because remember, the other markets, the equity market, has been so strong. They're near their all-time highs. That's not the case with crypto. We need this kind of good news to have a positive effect.